KZN Future 50, powered by F&B Business and East Coast Radio, is up next. Stay tuned as we spotlight an unstoppable business shaping our future's province.
They say it's just business, but it's so much more for us as Mzansi businesses. It's about showing up every day on every street corner, B&B, barbershop, farm, franchise, and manufacturer. Because giving up is just not an option. It's about the comfort we, as over 1 million unstoppable businesses, feel from having F&B Business behind us. They help us stay unstoppable. Help changes everything. Global Finance 2024 Best SME Bank in South Africa. F&B, a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized FSP and credit provider.
The KZN Future 50 with Pavlo Fatidis, inspiring KZN's business future.
It's time for KZN Future 50, and of course for that we have Pavlo Fatidis from Auric. Good morning, Pavlo.
Good morning, Carmen.
Well, tell us, which business will you be featuring today and why did you pick them?
Retail Branding Solutions, a business founded by Riekert Wilken, does their design, create, install and service all signage and point of sale requirements. Point of sale really are shelf talkers, stands that carry products in retailers along with signage. And this business really specializes in creating and implementing the signage requirements for a business, whether it be a retailer or an office environment for a facilities manager, gym or a garage, whatever the case may be.
And tell me, what makes them special enough to be on KZN Future 50?
Well, the individual who founded the business, Riekert himself, is a really interesting individual. He worked in corporate for a number of years and then decided to break out of the 9-to-5 jail of corporate life. And this notion, I want to have control over my own life, I'm going to leave my job and start a business. Well, here's the news. When you break out of the 9-to-5 corporate life and enter into the 24/7, 365-hour life of an entrepreneur, it can be a bit of a shock. What's important, though, is that you stick with it. And his nature, his personality is such that he is an obsessive, compulsive perfection individual. And he has applied himself technically to getting signage understood, the materials, the processes, what works, what doesn't, in outdoor environments and indoor environments, how it responds to heat, to cold, to damp. He has put over 55,000 hours of expertise, development, knowledge and thinking in it. And he has so much to offer as a result of it. Perfection is the enemy of completion, and what Riekert does is puts perfection into his completion.
So tell us, Pavlo, where will they be in 5 years' time?
Many, many years ago, around 1750 more or less, lived a fellow called Ralph Waldo Emerson, and he was one of the founding fathers of the United States. And he said something, and what he said was, build a better mousetrap and the world will beat a path to your door. And what he meant by that is that if you've got a great product, the world will find you, the market will come to you. And in 1750, he was absolutely right, because across the US in 1750, you could buy a saddle, you could buy a 6-shooter, you could buy a hat. There weren't many things available in the market. But today, the best products never win. What wins is marketing. You need to tell the world that you exist. And where Retail Branding Solutions sits at the moment, it has optimized its fabrication processes into and with a level of detail that just left me gobsmacked. The problem or opportunity that poses is unless you tell the world that you have these ability to optimize signage, to influence the design of signage, to make signage more effective, no one will necessarily come to you. And I'll give you a great example. He had to make some signage for a beverage provider that needed to make signs for taverns. And the designer sent him the brief, and he was able to cut 2 signs from a sheet of aluminium with about 35% off-cut wastage. It made it very, very expensive. With a few adjustments and his knowledge, he was able to get 4 signs out of that same sheet, only wasting about 3% of the aluminium. That kind of knowledge, working with the designer, with an architect, is essential. And that's where the big opportunity for Riekert at Retail Branding Solutions lies ahead.
The important question, what can KZN do to support Retail Branding Solution?
Well, it's individuals in KZN. So if you are a designer, an architect, a brand owner, facilities manager, or a property developer, if you're responsible for looking after hospitals where signage is important, how do you become better at doing what you do? And one of the ways of doing it would actually be going to visit this particular factory and fabrication plant in KZN. Ask for Riekert and say, share your expertise with me. Show me how to design better, how to think more efficiently and more effectively around my signage requirements. Draw on his deep expertise to become better doing what you do already. And the opportunity to visit a factory, learn the process, and in fact take your kids as well so they can see what the process of fabrication and manufacturing is all about. Get onto the ECR website, find Riekert there, say, hey, I'm coming to visit and I'm bringing my family for the experience.
Pavlo Fatidis from Oric joining us for KZN Future 50. Well, thank you for joining us. And if you want to get involved, like Pavlo just said, in KZN Future 50, or for any info, you go to ecr.co.za.